Edward was an English teacher. Edward taught a class of chatty kids he loved to tell the world of words is vast. They all enjoyed his lessons, and he liked his life so far. There was reading, there was writing, but he was missing his third R. Jonathan was a mathematician. Jonathan ruled the roost. He'd say his job was to ensure each child could find the proof. The children paid attention, and he knew he'd take them far, but the grade he gave his own life was not yet an A star. The day Jonathan joined his school, Edward saw him signing in. He was lean, a little bookish. Edward liked the look of him. At lunch that day, Edward asked him out, a drink and just a chat. Sure, his language skills would find out what he was all about. But Jonathan was an irregular verb. His difficult grammar tried Edward's patience. It was like he had never come second or third, had only a first-person conjugation. The guy was a four-letter word with just a masculine declension, a singular language to learn whose rules defied Edward's comprehension. The day that Edward sidled up beside him, salad on his plate, Jonathan tried to hide behind his pie, but made his move too late. Affixed by Edward's friendly eyes, transfixed by his charming voice, Jonathan felt summoned to the pub, didn't think he'd been given too much choice. But Edward was an irrational number. That made too great a difference. He wasn't Jonathan's usual figure, was more than a simple variation. He was a complex algebra, the inverse of Jonathan's operation. They didn't make an ordered pair that never balanced the equation. True attraction is resilient. They agreed to try a gig. They learned, they shared a love of tunes. Eventually they clicked. Edward found his rhythm. Jonathan found his rhyme. Now music on its own is not what keeps them up at night. They take their turn on the decks. They share the same notation, matching beats across 12 tones, enjoying the other's instrumentation. They don't always play a perfect set, but it's often a great performance. Because if you modulate the sharps and flats, you can free cadence from discordance. So, words and numbers, lyrics and logic, it's the angle we take which tells us what's opposite. But there's spaces between we can make room to breathe. And in friction, find traction, some harmony retrieve. Thank you.